Today I have here a big monster terraforming Mars from Fry Frykes Games. Am I pronouncing this correctly? And Stronghold Games. Coming to Mars was a big step. Making it habitable will give us a new world. So, if you haven't played Terraforming Mars yet, it's a up to 5 players plus 12. It's a complex game indeed, so it's not easy for new players. Definitely not a gateway game, and it goes to 2 hours. Depends because you may play with a draft mechanic and without a draft mechanic. So I've heard both sides of the story. By the way, which one do you normally play, with the draft version or non-draft version? Leave it in the comments, please. Your perception. If you think this game needs to be played with the draft, without the draft, both as you please. It's an interesting discussion, and I've seen people fighting around that topic. So what we have here in the cover, I don't like the cover because it's very orange, but still we can appreciate the heart here and try to understand the topic that we get from the box. So these people are planting things here on Mars. So in this game we're going to try to help collaborate together to terraform Mars, make Mars habitable again. Sorry, not again, or maybe again. I don't know. We don't know what happened in Mars, right? If it was habitable in the past, like conspiracies say. Um, and it's not a cooperative game, although we are all going to collaborate and contribute to that purpose of terraforming. In the end of the game, the more you do, or the better way you do, you get more points in the game. So we can see these guys are already planting forests here, and there's something arriving there, maybe a spaceship or something. There's a city and a habitat there. On the side we see there's someone and a rover. um, and this tree is already a bit more built. Interesting enough, the cover is very orange, but on the side here you see some green, and then on the other side you have an idea about the game. So I'm going to show you the components, the board, and I will show you also the Lux edition of the player boards, which are really life-saving for you to keep your tokens in place. The taming of the Red Planet has begun. Corporations are competing to transform Mars into habitable planet by spending vast resources and using innovative technology to raise the temperature, create a breathable atmosphere, and make oceans of water. So these are the three triggers that end game. It's air, temperature, and water. If you have the right amount of those three, you have a planet that is habitable. As terraforming progresses, more and more people will immigrate from Earth to live on the Red Planet. In, in Terraforming Mars, you control a corporation with a certain profile, play project cards, build your production, place your cities and green areas in the map, and race for the Milestones and Awards, while your corporation leads the way into humanity's new era. I guess the game was inspired in things like SpaceX or Blue or Origin, etc., because you will be having control of a corporation, a big corporation that is trying to help terraform it with profit interests, right? Okay, so let's see what is inside terraforming Mars. Lots of things are inside terraforming Mars, as you'll be able to see. Okay, so let's start with the manual. Okay, it looks like this. You have an astronaut here looking at the first plants. If the plants are okay to be like that, why you still need to wear a suit? Right? It's strange, because this looks like a herd plant that is already looking very lively, but you still need to use an astronaut suit. Okay, so this is a card game. Basically, you will see lots and lots, and trust me, lots of cards, and they're all different. And there's the owner of a corporation there. And there's the solo mode, the symbols of the cards. Okay, so where to start? I'm just going to put here on the side all the cards, because this game has dozens or hundreds, and the corporations. And I want to show you these things first. Okay, these things first here. So you have every player, you see 5, they have a board like this, and I'm just going to keep one. So sorry, keep one. So this I this was poorly made, as you can see, poorly made by someone, but the idea is that is using the original boards for players, which are just this cardboard. It's not even cardboard, it's like thick paper that you usually have on your table, and you have money, metal, titanium, forests, energy, and heat. Okay, and imagine that you are the green player like this. The way the game works is you will count the amount that you have by these 0 to 10 tracks, but if you don't have this custom tracking, it's just a paper and everything will be, oh, this doesn't hold that much better, but you can just, but still you can still move this and it doesn't fall off off the place, so you can track things like this here. Okay, and then when you use the money, which are the metal cubes, so you have like ones, ones, fives, and tens. You count it differently. So the metal cubes will go here. So this represents 10 of money, 10 of metal, 10 of titanium, 10 of plants, etc, etc, etc. So it still also holds here, and if you move around in a cool way, it doesn't go away. Okay, so, but I guess you can find also, I guess this was handmade by someone. I bought this used, and it's very badly done. You see the glue there coming out. Look at that, how the glue comes out. This was probably 3D printed, but I've seen some solutions that you can buy, but they're a bit expensive. Anyway, for me, this works very well. Okay, and then let's take a look at the board. Let me just put everything back on the bags before I lose something, the gold, etc. Then in the box I also have this commercial information about other extensions. So I will. This is on the channel. This was on the channel. I need to get the other ones. And the box itself below has image of Mars. Let's take a look at the board now. It's not super huge board. You can do it like this. Okay, so this is Terraforming Mars. Here is the temperature. Here is the air. And there on that corner where it says 9 is the water, the oceans. So in your play, you will have cards in your hand that I will show you. And you can play the cards. You can play as many cards as you want, paying the cost. And then you can play 2, and then it goes around, and if it goes back to you, you can continue to play until you pass. When everyone passes, then you get more cards, and you continue doing that. You get the money from your income, you get more cards, and you continue doing that. When you play the cards affect the planet, so you either could build, let me show you here, these tokens, which are, you can either build forests or cities. So when you build a forest, you go up the track of oxygen, and when you build a city, you build it around. And if you either by the forest or by the city, if you put on top of some symbol, you get the bonus like cards, titanium, metal, and other things. Okay, that you can see. So that's what you do. You'll be building Mars like this, forests. So there will be bonus if you have forests in the end of the game, forests around your cities. And then the water or oceans, when you play cards, which I will show you, that allow you to build, they come from there, and you need to build on this water place here. So you're building water, forests, cities, you are terraforming Mars. Some cards will have requirements, as you will see. So the requirements may be the temperature needs to be on a certain level, the air needs to be already on a certain level. If not, you cannot build, you need to wait. And one of the triggers is to build 9 oceans. One of the endgame triggers, temperature arriving to the top or the oxygen arriving to the top. Okay, If you don't have anything to do in the cards, you can always do what you see here. Sell cards to get money, pay 11 to get power, pay 14 to raise the temperature, pay 18 to play a water, pay 23 to get a forest directly, or 25 to get a city and raise the money. So these are very expensive. You should do that with the cards. Okay. And then the points you are going to win along the game will be scored in this track and also in the end of the game, considering the points that you'll have on your cards. And you can also, during the game, try to bet that you will achieve certain of these, as they say here, milestones. Be the one with more points, cities, forests, buildings. So this one I don't know. And then get these awards. The landlord, the banker, the scientist, which is the symbols from the cards, the thermalist is the energy, the heat, and the miner, which is the metals, titanium and normal metal. Okay, so how does that then work? Using these cards and these corporations. So I'm going to show you the corporations before. The corporation is basically your role in other games, your character, and they will, sorry, this one looks different here because it's a beginning corporation. Okay, so I'll start with the beginning corporations. So if you are playing, this is solo mode, okay, and some solo mode. This is the player guides to help you. Very complex to read, right? Not easy. These are not easy. But then you can have a beginner corporation which gives you 42 of money in the beginning for you to spend in cards, and 10 cards for free, so lots of options. And they're all the same. But I guess the game gets more spiced if you randomly or choose, or I guess it will say you pick 2 and you choose 1 and the other one goes away. These are all the same, the corporations. The name of the corporations is what you see here, the symbol, and then it gives you different initial startup conditions and a superpower that you can use throughout the game. So for example, this one, Tarsis Republic. I guess the names are worth for us to take a look. So it gets you 40 million, a city in the beginning, and then throughout the game. Let's see if I can interpret all the powers here. So the cards always explain, besides the symbol, you can always read the text of what they do. So when any city tile is placed on Mars, increase your money by 1. City, increase money by 1. When you place a city tile, you get 3 money. So you get both. This is so Tarsus Republic is a corporation for you to build cities. You'll get lots of money from building. You should focus on building. And there's some flavor here. With the first big city came a social community that could not be controlled by the corporations, determined to have elected leader, workers, and staff from all corporations form Tarsus Republic. The mining guild so gives you 35 metal and gives you 1 steel. So the way you read this is when the icon is not brown bordered, means that you get the resource 5 metal, and when it's brown bordered, it means that you go up on the track. So you go up here for you to have more of that in the future income stages. Okay, so you start with 5 and you get 1 more. And then the effect is each time you place a tile on an area with steel or titanium, placement bonus, which are, for example, these ones here. There's some metal there as well, okay? Increase your steel production 1, so you go up on the track. So these guys, the mining guild will be getting lots of metal, which should be used for metal cards. The earliest private corporations on Mars focus on mining and exporting minerals off the surface. As the megacorporations arrive to terraform, the miners unite in the guild to defend their interests. With their expertise and knowledge of the planet, they will be a world contender in the race. So it's like this, it's telling the story about what happened. United Nations Marsh Initiative gives you 40 initially, and then if your Terraform rating was raised this generation, I guess a generation is around, yes? You may pay 3 to raise it more. Okay, so you can grow. You can pay basically 3 to get a point. That's what they say. You pay 3, you get a point. But you need to, if your terraforming rating was raised this generation, so you need to get some points somehow, and then you can pay 3 and go up. Carrying out the world government-owned terraforming projects. After the terraforming announcement, the UNMI got competition from different corporations, but is still a major force behind Mars development. Interplanetary cinematics, so metal, money, and each time you play an event are a type of cards, you get money. So events, so these guys will be turning the process into a soap opera infused with plenty of advertising. So these guys like to do events. The Saturn systems gives you production of titanium, 42 of money, and each time any Jovian tag is put into play, so these are cards with this planet, including this one, increase the money. So these guys would be focused on, is there some dirt here? Focus on planets. 57 initially, well, that's a lot. After you pay for a card or standalone project with a basic cost of 20 or more, you gain 4 money. Okay, so if you the credit card, so these guys are the money ones, that's why you have so many, lots of money. So when you try to buy expensive cards, they cost -4 basically. Multi-billionaire board hunter likes terraforming, especially when it involves hurling asteroids at Mars. Hurling asteroids? He also has a hunch that it's going to pay off, sure. Helion, so these are the guys from the heat. You get 3 of eat, 42, and then you may use eat as money. Okay, so these are the guys that produce the heat. Inventrix. Three more cards, 45, and okay, so your temperature, oxygen, and ocean requirements are +2 or -2. Your choice. Okay, so you can play with the requirements to be less or more. So imagine if a card would require you to have like a certain amount of temperature, you could play that card with less, sooner, less 2 steps of that requirement. That's good. That gives you more flexibility in playing cards. That's why you get also more cards. Oh, Ecoline. So these are the guys focused on forests, and you can pay 7 to build a forest, which normally is, so normally you play 8 to plant a forest, and with these guys you pay 7. So these will be focused on trees. The Terractor 60. Wow, and when you play Earth card, you get 3. You pay 3 less. Sorry, so they give you a discount on Earth cards. The faux block gives you 10 titanium, less money than the others, but then your titanium resource are worth 1 more. So when you use the titanium as money, they're worth 1 more, because I didn't explain that indeed. So a metal, any metal could be used. 1 metal is worth 2 money, right? 1 money, 2 money each, 3 money each. But with this corporation, you can use titanium as 4 each titanium, and it's good for you to build titanium cards, because you can use this resource to pay for those cards, and they are worth more. So this will be focused on space cards. Torgate gives you 48 and 1 more energy. When playing a power card or a standard project power plant, you pay 3 less. So this will be focused on power, and that's it. We're back in the beginning. Okay, so now we have a huge challenge in front of us, which is, my friends, look at the amount of cards the base game brings. I don't know if I'm storing this the right way, but this is, they are sleeved, I know, but this is the amount of cards that the base game brings, and they're all different. So let me give you an overview. And let's start by giving you like the anatomy of a card that you can expect. So that's the costs on money. That's the type of card. So a metal card, energy card. So there are some objectives that you can find on the cards like set collection, where if you have certain of this type, you can get more points in the end of the game. So these symbols matter. Okay, so this one will give -2 on your production of heat and +1 on energy, and it says here. So you can simply take a look or read. And this symbol is the points in the end of the game. So this will give you -1 point. It's a big. It's a chip that gives you an increase here, but it will be a negative in the end. Utilizing temperature gradients for energy production. So all the cards have here some thing associated, the heat trappers. So I don't know if these structures exist anywhere. So they're supposed to uh, convert heat into energy, right? The heat trappers. So these are like solar panels or something. I don't know. Okay, so this is a space card. It's blue, and the blue cards, they give you a passive power as well. So the difference from this one is that it does this, and that's it, right? And this one will give you a passive power, which is when you play a space card, you pay 2 less for it. So when you play a space card like this one, you pay 2. So this one costs 10, but future ones will cost you 8. And this is also worth 1 point in the end of the game. I don't know why this flavor says buy today at. That's the strangest flavor that I've seen on a card. Cards are numbered here. There's the name of the artist, Daniel. Oh, Daniel Freixelius. That's the Freixelius games, right? So oh no. So he created this one, but there are other artists. No, that's a family. This is a game done by a family. I remember that. Isaac Freixelius. It's a family game. You should be rich by now with everything they've been selling. So, again, this one has a requirement here. So you need to have the temperature at least at -14. So it needs to be here or more, right? That's how you read. I guess so, because this is one is maximum. So the temperature needs to be on -14 for the symbiotic fungus to merge from the ground, right? And what happens is it adds action, add a micro to another card. Some cards will give you requires 14 or higher, yes, or warmer. Microbes. Some cards will help you with the microbes, give you points for microbes. But this is a blue card, so I guess you can do that every. Is this just once? I'm not. How do you read this? It says action. So now I'm confused. This one says effect. So this is when you play, and this one says action. So you do it once. It's an action, right? This one here. That's it. So this is like a science card that says spend. Oh, this is an action you do. Spend 1 million to reveal and discard the top card of the draw deck. If that card has a microbe tag, add a science resource here. And then in the end of the game, it gives you for each science 3 points. So this is a good one. Good one. So if you get microbes, you get science, and you get 3 points. So this is an action. This is an action that you can do as well by spending 1. But this also counts for other things. So if you get science from other cards, in the end it's all, and this one is counting already 3 points. So you pay for this card, it's directly 3 points, right? For this one here. And then all the science will give you more and more and more. Yeah, so these are things that you can do in your turn. Action, spend 1 titanium to add 1 fighter resource to this card. And then for each fighter on the card, 1 point. So 1 titanium, bah. It's expensive. It's expensive because 1 titanium is worth 3 money that you could use on other things, but at least you can pay for points here. Steel works. 4 energy, you convert 4 energy and you get 2 steel and 2 steels, and you can raise the oxygen by 1. So that's a victory point. Immediately they are raising the oxygen. That's a good one. The steel mill there. Ants. Remove one microbe from any card to add to this card, and then 1 point for each 2 microbes. Any cards, so this means cards from other players. If someone is playing with microbes. Business contract, so that's earth cards, an event. So these cards, they do what they do, and that's it. Nothing else. Look at the top 4 cards from the deck. Take 2 of them into your hand and discard the other 2. So it's for you to draw cards. Sabotage. Remove up to 3 titanium from any player, so it's steal and it's removing, or for steal or money. So sabotage, you're sabotaging the other player's operations. Black polar dust. Black polar dust? What's this? So -2 on money income, plus on energy on it, and you can place an ocean tile, which is good. Heater. It's plants. I'm going to move a little bit faster. Adapt and lichen. Increase the production of plants. Terraforming Ganymedes. So Ganymedes is here. Here, you see on the board Ganymedes? So raise your terraforming 1 step for each Jovian tag you have, including this. Okay, so this happens immediately, and then in the end of the game you get 2 points. So if you have lots of Ganymedians, you can play. You get the terraformings, but it's very expensive, so you can play this more towards the end of the game. Indeed, media archives. Gain 1 money for each event after played they ever played by all other players. So something that will come at the end of the game for sure. Local heat trappings, -5 on eat, but then you get lots of plants or animals. Animals is another type of thing that is around here that you can use. Insects. GHG producing bacteria. You get a bacteria or 2. Add 1 microbe on this card or remove microbes to raise the temperature 1 step. Okay, so you can play with bacterias. Oh, there are animals, so this gives points by animals, but they need to eat something, so you lose on green production. Import of advanced GHG, something is coming. Oh, NASA. So this image is officially from NASA. Cool. Standard technology. Standard project. After you pay for a standard project, except selling patents, you gain trees. So a standard project. I don't know. Standard technology. I'm not sure what the standard project is. Hired raider. Steel or steel. So steel and steel. Okay. Power plant. You increase your energy production. That's also always good. Build an ocean here. No. Yeah, build an ocean requires place 1 ocean. That's a simple one. Toll station. Increase your production for each space tag your opponents have. Toll station, so you need to pay the toll. Everyone needs to pay the toll. So this is like the typical Second World War image from Flags of Our Fathers, where they are raising the American flag. But they are doing this similar thing, but on Mars. Place your marker on a non-reserved area. Only you may place a tile there. So you can reserve a space here with 1 of your cubes for you to be able to build there later. So it's a very cheap card that will block you on the place. Insulation. Oh, let's move faster. Nuclear power. Natural reserve. Place this tile. So there are some tiles here. Okay. Special tiles that you can place there. Invention contest. Real people here in the picture. Caretaker contract. So you spend 8 ETH to raise temperature. Hydrogen. Getting hydrogen from Earth. Mirrors. Research. What is this thing? Mohole area. Mohole. This is vent coming from the Earth. You increase your heat production by 4, and then you also you place this tile on an area reserved for an ocean. So you create a mohole. A mohole is a production thing on waters. Great Escarpment Consortium. Requires that you have a steel production, decrease the steel production one step, and decrease any. Okay, so you screw another one and you raise yours, but you need to have one already. Action, draw 2 cards. Magnetic field dome to protect something. Open city to build a city and raise there. Wow, so this one gives you 2 terraforming. So the terraforming are good because there are points, but also there will be money in the beginning of the round. So the more you have, the more money you get. That's how you get money basically. Fuel generators. Everyone starts here on the 20, and then the more you get these things, the more money you will get in the beginning. Satellites, gene repair. Wow, you need 3 sciences. So really, the science path here. Solar wind power. You get 2 titanium. You increase and you get 2 titanium. And this is very tricky card. It gives you three things. Immigration shuttles. Every 3 cities, it's 1. Titanium mine. Lightning harvest. Lightning harvest. Interstellar colony ship. Wow, 5 sciences, but it's worth 4 points. And all these things. The mangrove. GAG. I don't know GAG what this is. I've seen it on other cards. So you decrease 1 energy, but you get 4 heat. Earth catapults. When you play a card, you play 2 million less rate, so it gives you discounts for every card. It's expensive, but I guess it will be paid itself along the way, and it's worth 2 points. Animals, another one that gives you points for animals. Your global requirements. So this is the same power as one of the corporations we saw, right? The one that invent taxes or whatever. Okay, fuel. Space elevator. Spend, wow, 1 steel to get 5. That's very good. That's very good. Increase your titanium production 1 step. Robotic workforce copy, yeah. So this replicates a metal card that you already have here with the symbols. Medical lab. Energy saving. Lagrange observatory. Draw card. Noctis farming. Asteroid mining. So cool. Corporate stronghold. The windmills. Great Dam. Building industries. Lake Marinier, so that's a real lake there. Place 2 oceans. Microbes. Pets again. Animals may not be removed from this card. You get points for animals. When any city is placed, add an animal. Okay, and animals will go. Okay, investment low one, so cool. Aero braked Anomni asteroid. Okay, this game is very good. This family that come up with this game, they're crazy. Ice asteroid, 2 oceans. Virus, so you kill animals or you kill plants. Breathing filters. Wow, trees. Wave power. So many cards, As you can see, all of them are different. What's that? Soletta. Soletta, increase your heat. Oh, what is this? Soletta. It's Soletta ring. So you put the ring on the atmosphere and it collects heat. Apparently, Noctis. An artificial lake. More animals. Microbes. Wow, in the nuclear zone. You destroy a place, but you raise the temperature too, and it's worth negative points, so for sure it's not a good thing. Okay, so let's just put here on the side and get another bunch of cards. So, what an incredible game. You advanced ecosystems, nitrophilic moss, so 3 oceans, 2 plants, but you increase your plant production. The cupola city. Moss. This is similar to the other one. Okay, what about this one? When you play a space event, you gain 3 and heat. So if you are going for space, that's a good thing. Towing a comet. Get 2 plants, raise oxygen, and place an ocean. Why would you place an ocean just by getting an asteroid or comet? Tectonic stress power is energy, capital, wow, flooding. Oceans coming in, the geothermal power, mineral depot, mass converter. When you play space card, you play to last. Okay. Okay, so called the tropical resort, protected animals. Your animals are protected and cannot be removed. If you're going for animals, that's a good thing. Oh, this one is good. When you place a green thing, forest, you get animals. Requires a decrease any plant production 1 step, 1 victory point. Decrease any so others. Yeah, you release the deers to go feed on other people's forests. That's good. Giant space mirror, lots of energy. The domed crater. There's a dome there. Protected valley. Giant island. The media group. I guess I've seen something similar. Pow, poof, underground detonations. Okay. Decrease your energy production 1 step, increase your terraforming. Aquifers, imported GHG, get reheat, nitrogen, the cartel. Decrease your money production 1 step for each increase. Power grids, Miranda Resort. Increase your money production for each earth tag. So that's similar to the other one. That's exactly the same thing. Exactly the same thing. Where was it? Cannot find now. So there are similar cards here that do similar stuff. Where is it? Oh, I lost that. Oh, man. This one and this one. That's the same, but this one is worth 1 point in the end of the game, and 12 it's expensive, more expensive, and has different tags. So cards are really different, giving you flexibility. So let's take a fast look on the last one: the greenhouses, water splitting plant, fusion power, asteroid mine consortium, advanced alloys, Vesta shipyard, Phobos space haven, food factory, Ganymedes Cloyne, reserve area. So this is where you conquer. You put a city here on Ganymedes. There, Ganymedes colony, see? And then gives you points for Saturn Cloud. Farming, this is very similar to the inbox. Tundra, micro mills. Okay, hackers. Wow. Next card is cheaper, so you pay 0, minus 1 point in the end of the game, but you get a huge discount for the next card, so that's good. Earth cards will help you to pay less for Earth cards. Deimos down. Deimos down? So Deimos is... Why would you bring Deimos down? No. Lunar Bean, Active Bacteria, Convoy from Europe. CEO's favorite project. Are these the project cards? Maybe, I don't know. I'm missing that information. I thought these were the event cards. Rat suits. tardigrades, worms, energy tapping, creating the power lines, colonize training camp, mining rights, plantation. This is such a good game. Such a good game. Arctic algae, algae. Underground city. There's a city underground. Okay, rover construction, posters, commercial district, algae, immigrant city. The sponsors: New Horizons, Alien Solada Project, 2 million Universal Credits. Urbanized area, Comet, Strip Mine, Research Outpost. Birds! Birds are already in Mars. Power infrastructure, mining area, Mars University. When you play a science tag, including this one, you may discard a card from your hand to draw a card. That's a good thing because you accumulate cards that later in the game are not so. You won't be able to play them. So if you could rotate, that's always a good thing. Draw two. That's the same guy in all the positions. National Park in Mars, magnetic field generators, the livestock, water from Europa here. Play 12 to build an ocean, that's good. Titanium may be used to play, that's a good card. Bushes, kelp, farming, what's kelp? I don't know what kelp is. Bribed committee, big asteroid, wow. Wow. 27, but gives you 4 titanium and raise twice the temperature, but you destroy 4 plants for other players. The seals, nitrogen, and the large convoy. Wow, what a journey! I felt we've went to Mars and returned. So this is Terraforming Mars. Again, it's a very complex game, especially on your first try, but after when you start to get into it's such a huge game, such a variety, and if you play with draft then it gives you lots of strategy. So I hope you have enjoyed it, that the game has shown you this video has shown you the potential, and don't forget to leave a like, consider subscribing the channel to help the channel grow, and if you are into board games I truly believe that you should check my channel and see all the content that I have there, including more content for Terraforming Mars. Thank you very much, and I want to see you on the next videos. Thank you. Bye bye.